What up, y'all? On today's episode of The Drop, we're going to be talking about the new songs from Nicki Minaj, as well as Drake's new record, and new projects that are dropping from Tinashe, Eric Bellinger, Halle Uchis, Rich the Kid, Chloe and Halle, and way more. Are y'all ready to tune in? It's lit.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What's up? I'm back. Alright, to be serious though. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Bright here. I'm back again with another video. But if this is your first time on my channel, please go ahead and hit that like button. Especially if you watch the whole video and you enjoy it, you might as well hit this video with a like, share it, and subscribe to my channel, okay? On this channel, I talk all things music and entertainment while always keeping things positive and always find the bright side of everything. Okay, y'all, so welcome to episode 4 of The Drop, guys. If you're new to my channel, or if you're new to this series, guys, this is a new series I'm doing called The Drop, and this is pretty much where this is the video, or this is the series I highlight on my channel, where I pretty much use this time to talk about a bunch of different songs and albums that I recently dropped, instead of highlighting one song on one album for one video and doing a review on one project. This is pretty much where I kind of just talk about a bunch of different stuff coming out that I want to highlight to you guys, okay? So like I said before, we got a lot of different stuff we got a lot of different stuff we're gonna talk about in this video, guys. But first up, guys, we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj. So Nicki Minaj just dropped her new songs, Barbie, Tingz, and Chun. All I can say about this, what's happening right now, guys, is that this is very interesting timing. The word on the street is that Nicki Minaj was planning to release these songs actually last week, which would have been the same week Cardi B released her debut album. And I could believe that, I could believe that. But the word on the street is that even though she did want to release these songs last week, she kind of let time go so she could like let Cardi have her time. And now Nicki Minaj released these songs on April 12th. The thing about this is that I remember I was listening to the Breakfast Club talk about it, and I remember Charlamagne said something very interesting that was so true. And he said timing is very interesting. And timing is very important, and I think timing is so important with what's happening right now between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, because Nicki Minaj had all the time in the world to put out songs all from 2017 all the way up until the first few months of 2018. But Nicki Minaj has been out of the spotlight, and she pretty much has been hiding since like the end of last year. And she's been off her social media. She's been hiding. She hadn't put out none of her solo music as a lead artist for months. So this was very interesting, and I'm kind of, one part of me feels like Nicki Minaj didn't like directly put out these songs just now just to spite Cardi, and that she just happened to kind of want to put them out now. But then the other part of me is like, Nicki, why did you wait until Cardi was in her prime season of putting out her album to all of a sudden finally want to come back and put out music? So that's weird to me. But the one thing I also do want to highlight with this whole Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B thing in terms of the timing of their releases is that as fans, because I'm a major fan of both artists, as fans, I think it's our responsibility, and we need to hold ourselves accountable for not pitting these two women against each other. I never have, and I never will. Like I've said in many videos before, I never have, I never will. Nicki Minaj to me has been like the one for female hip hop in the 2010s, and Cardi B got next up, and that is okay. And there's more than enough room for both of them. I think it's kind of fucked up that we live in a culture where, in hip hop, where there are literally hundreds of dudes all out at the same time collaborating, all out at the same time competing, and no one has an issue with it. But as soon as Cardi B and Nicki Minaj come out at the same time, it's like, oh shit, is there a beef? What's happening? What's going on? I will say that, like I said, I think the timing is very interesting, because I think Nicki Minaj had a lot of time to release music, these past few months. I don't know why she waited until now, especially because I feel like it's kind of creating this narrative of her having an issue with Cardi, which she addressed in a Zane Lowe interview, that she kind of actually did have an issue with Cardi. But I don't think that is enough reason for her to have released her songs as the same time as, you know, around the same time that Cardi B's releasing her album. But you know, guys, in terms of the records themselves, I think Barbie Tingz is cool. I think Nicki Minaj really snapped on both records. Like, I think lyrically she's like, and vibe-wise she snapped, but I think the records themselves, to me, mainly Barbie Tingz, I don't think Barbie Tingz is really like that much of a hit. I enjoyed it when I first heard it, but the more and more I hear it, I'm like, you know what, this is cool, but it just doesn't, it's not a hit to me. And I really feel like after all this time, after all this waiting, after all this anticipation, I feel like with Barbie Tingz, it just feels like old Nicki Minaj, like, but like with like her saying, I don't know, Barbie Tingz just feels like a dope record, but it doesn't feel like I've seen a real progression of Nicki Minaj. And honestly, I mean, I'm pretty sure the album will be fire whenever Nicki, whenever you drop the album, I'm pretty sure the album will be fire. But off of Barbie Tingz, I just feel like I'm seeing no progression in Nicki's, you know, artistry. And she went hard, but it's like I wanted more, and I just feel like I was listening to like old mixtape Nicki with like nothing else to say. It didn't feel like Nicki was saying anything we haven't heard her say a million times before. And she, you know, she got in her subliminals, she got in her disses, but I just don't feel like she was really saying anything. But you know, the beat was hot. She, you know, she was spitting. She snapped. But I just feel like after all this time, I wanted some like amazing shit, and that's not really what I got from Barbie Tingz. But you know, it is what it is. But Chun-Li, on the other hand, Chun-Li, I think actually out of the two is the way better song. That beat is crazy to me. And it has a way, I think the cadence of that song, the flow of that song is way more, I think it has way more hit potential than Barbie Tingz does. I love the beat better, I love the bars better on Chun-Li. I just love the vibe of Chun-Li better. I think out of these two, if one were to become a hit, I'm hoping it's Chun-Li and not Barbie Tingz. Y'all, between the two tracks, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all like Chun-Li better or Barbie Tingz better? And let me know what y'all think about Nicki's new album, and let me know what y'all think about how these two songs will relate to her album. Something makes me feel like these songs might not even be on the album, and they might just be promo like releases to kind of get hype, you know, ready for the album, and then she might drop the real fire like soon. So that's why I'm not kind of tripping over these songs. But if these are the actual lead singles off the album, I'm a little bit worried because of Barbie Tingz. I feel like it wasn't enough, and Chun-Li kind of low-key wasn't enough either, but I still rock with that record. I think it's the way better of the two. But let me know what y'all think about these songs. And if you are a fan of Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, what I want to tell you, like I just said before, we need to stop pitting these women against each other. Nicki Minaj just recently came out with a Zane Lowe interview where she was talking about how hurt she was by Cardi, pretty much like Cardi and like all the Migos pretty much kind of undermining the fact that she didn't really like purposely plan to not be in the motorsport video, and she didn't like how like she was being painted in that whole situation, and I get it. But a part of me kind of wonders if this is kind of a big PR stunt. But if it's not, I feel really bad that Nicki Minaj has been painted to be a bad guy in this situation. But if this is a PR stunt, I'm over it, and just put out the music. Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Migos, all y'all, just put out the music. I'm done with the games. I'm done with the PR shit. Like, everyone just put out the music, and like, let's get to the fire. Like, that's all I have to say about that. All right, cool. Alright, next up I want to talk about Drake's song Nice for What. So this song dropped I think like last week or something. I forgot the date it came out. But Drake's song Nice for What, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like in love with this song, but I like it. It's cool. This song to me, what I love about it most is that it's Drake, you know, giving love and giving a platform to the New Orleans bounce sound, which I think is a sound that doesn't really get enough love in mainstream music. If you're not familiar with bounce music, that is a solid music that was originated in New Orleans. It has a very distinct sound, and it's pretty much what you can really hear it through and through the Nice for What song. And I'm happy that Drake gave that sound some love in the mainstream. But I just feel like that song to me, maybe it's because, I don't know, I just feel like as a guy I wasn't like in love with it. But I love the video. The video is amazing. All those beautiful, amazing queens in the video. Shout out to y'all. And I think what I also love about this track is that it's giving a lot of love to all the women out there. And it's pretty much saying to all the women, what you gotta be nice for? Be nice for what to these dudes? You ain't gotta be nice to them. And I respect the message. I just think sonically, besides the bounce sound, I just think the song itself, it's kind of like Nicki. I feel like Drake just came out really comfortable. Like, I just feel like what Drake gave us in Nice for What, we've heard a million times before, and I'm kind of at a point with like Drake and Nicki Minaj where I want something different from, like, they've been on for so long that it's like I want to hear something different, and I feel like both of them are kind of just comfortably giving us what they've always given us, and I think that's kind of what I have. That's my beef with them right now. God's Plan, you know, I just feel like they're giving us stuff we've already heard from them time and time again, and I feel like Drake and Nicki Minaj are at the point where in their careers where I want them to like push the bar and be on some like boss shit and really like give us some new, you know, some new future level shit that we can be like, oh my god, damn, okay. We're probably gonna get it on the album, but for these like pre-release hype singles, I'm not feeling it just yet, but that's just me. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the Nice for What song down in the comments. Okay, the next album I wanted to talk about is the new album from Tinashe, Joyride. Listen, guys, I feel so bad for Tinashe. Y'all gotta stop paying Tinashe dust. In this whole week, I swear to God, the only thing people have been talking about has been Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, or just Nicki Minaj and her new songs by herself. But it's like, no one is like remembering and giving love to the fact that Tinashe just dropped her third, or it's really her second, but it's like technically her third, but it's really her second album, Joyride. I love Tinashe, guys. I'm a major fan of Tinashe. I've loved her since 2013 when I first learned about her. Her debut album Aquarius was one of my favorite albums of 2014, and I've been waiting for this Joyride album for years. She first teased this album back in the fall of 2015, and she's had setback after setback, single release after single release, flop single after flop single. So Tinashe's been through a whole bunch of bullshit trying to get this album out. RCA has been playing her. Pretty much the music consumers in general are just not here for Tinashe. She has not been able to get like one single to pop off for her since 2-1, which is very sad because I feel like she's had countless songs that were really good. But for some reason, people are just not here for Tinashe like that. But I really like Tinashe, and she just dropped her new album Joyride, and no one's talking about it. So I wanted to give her some love on this video. I gotta admit, I only listened to the album one time. I still gotta listen to it again. I only listened to it once, but off of my first listen, I enjoyed the album, but I felt like it was a little bit underwhelming, especially in the first half of the album. But I'll hear it again. But my favorite tracks, guys, I have to say off of first listen, my favorite tracks, I already loved the tracks No Drama and Faded Love. I highlighted the No Drama in my volume 4 of my Bright Side Mixes, so go check out that video. I'll probably put a card up here. You can go see that. I love No Drama. I already love Faded with Future. So those are two of the singles that already came out before the album came out. And the new single for the album is Me So Bad. I don't like that song at all, but I understand why her and RCA put it out. It's very trendy. It got that Caribbean dancehall feel. It's for the summer. It got Tidal Sound and French Montana on it. But I'm just not feeling the song that much. That's just me. But for the rest of the album, I really liked the songs. I'm kind of like I want to hear it more, but I was feeling the songs He Don't Want It and Ooh La La. I thought the songs were cool, but I want to hear them more. But our first listen to the songs that really got me, like I loved our first listen besides the singles I've already heard, are Salt and No Contest and Fires and Flames. Those three songs I really liked our first listen. And then the other songs, like I said, He Don't Want It and Ooh La La and Stuck With Me. I like those songs, but I want to hear it more to see if I really like them. And the songs I did not like off this album at all are Joyride, the title track, which makes me really sad because I always want to like the title track off of an album, but I did not like the title track off this album. I don't like that song at all. I don't know. And that song, apparently that was the song that Rihanna took for her album before Tinashe bought it back. And I don't understand what the big hype was, because the song to me is not that great of a record, but whatever. So I don't like Joyride, and I don't like Me So Bad, like I said. But other than that, the album is cool. I'll probably give it, off of my first listen to the album, I'd probably give it probably a 3 out of 5 or 3.5 out of 5. So Tinashe, your album is not terrible, but I'm surprised after all these years you didn't really come out with a masterpiece like I thought she would have, since this album has been, been teased for years. But y'all go check out the new album for Tinashe. Let me know what y'all think about the album down in the comments. All right, cool, appreciate y'all. Okay, guys, so the next thing I want to talk about really quickly is this beef with Eric Bellinger and Tory Lanez. This beef is a few weeks old now, but I've not gotten a chance to talk about it, so I want to talk about it here. Eric Bellinger and Tory Lanez are two R&B/hip-hop artists who have been around for many years now. If you don't know who they are, go check them out. Both cool artists. But I wanted to talk about the beef they have with each other because I don't know who started it. I think it was I think Eric Bellinger is the one that called out Tory Lanez first for copying his tagline, which is "This gonna be your favorite song." That is Eric Bellinger's tagline. I've always known that, I've always like recognized that, and that is his thing. I feel like every artist should have that thing about them that people recognize, and that's Eric Bellinger's tagline. So I don't know what record it was, but Tory Lanez, you know, he did that in one of his own records. And I don't think I heard that record, but Eric Bellinger called him out for it, and he was like, I think, you know, he called him out for it after he heard it the second time, because he heard it one time and it wasn't a big deal, but then he did it a second time, and Eric Bellinger was like, "Yo, bro, why are you copying my tagline?" So that was pretty much how their whole beef started in the industry. And now it's culminated in pretty much like them being like straight up like, you know, having issues with each other in interviews and in media. Like, it's really that serious now. So I want to talk about this beef because it really means a lot to me. As a fan of Tory Lanez and Eric Bellinger, this beef kind of pissed me off because like I said in my, I feel bad because I'm not doing a whole album review for Eric Bellinger like I did for Tory Lanez, mainly because Tory Lanez released in a very quiet week, so I had the time to do that review. But Eric Bellinger released in a more busier time in music, so I don't really have the time to make a video just for him. But in my opinion, Eric Bellinger's album is way better than Tory Lanez's album, and the fact that Tory Lanez is going around talking about Eric Bellinger as if he's a whack artist, or as if Eric Bellinger doesn't have a place to be upset at you for copying his tagline is extremely offensive to me. I've talked about this in the album review I did for Tory Lanez's new album Memories Don't Die, so go check out that video. I'll probably put the card up here if you haven't checked it out. I reviewed Tory Lanez's album Memories Don't Die, and throughout that whole video I kept talking about how I'm really annoyed by the fact that Tory Lanez just can't, he just keeps on like copying other people, and he keeps on using these prominent major samples of other artists that and other like popular songs that we all know and love. And there's nothing wrong with sampling from time to time, but Tory Lanez does it on a criminal level where it's like it's always so clear and so prominent. And it's like, I feel like over the years, Tory Lanez has not really built his own identity, where someone who doesn't know him, who's not a fan of him, can easily be able to recognize like him and recognize why they love him. Whereas Eric Bellinger, I feel like, has his own swag. So I really just feel like I'm with Eric Bellinger on this argument. Eric Bellinger has pretty much like confronted Tory Lanez saying, "Listen, bro, I'm gonna be real, like, I got an issue with the fact that you keep copying my tagline and that you're not giving me credit for it and that you want to dog me out here in the streets." And I completely agree with him. Guys, between the two albums, Eric Bellinger's album is way better, but Tory Lanez has been going around interviews acting like he's a better artist than Tory Lanez. And what I want artists around the world to understand is that just because you have more clout than another artist, and just because you're signed to a major label, does not mean you're a better artist than that artist. And that's what Tory Lanez is getting fucked up right now, and it's making me mad. Tory Lanez is on a major label, and he has more clout because he has more connections. Eric Bellinger is independent, and he released a better album than Tory Lanez, but you don't see Eric Bellinger copying Tory Lanez's stuff because Tory Lanez doesn't have anything to copy off of. No shade, it's true. So I'm gonna need for Tory Lanez to get that chip off of his shoulder about the fact that people keep calling him out for his sampling and for his copycatting, because he does it way too much. And you have every right to be called out when you're fucking up, and you are. So that's just my issue with Tory Lanez and Eric Bellinger. I had to address it. I'm team Eric Bellinger on this argument. I'm a very positive person. I always want to keep things on the bright side. But I feel very strongly about artists being very original and working hard to create their own content. And Tory Lanez has really been getting through in the industry, literally pulling from so many other people. And I'm glad Eric Bellinger just called him out for it, and Tory Lanez couldn't take the heat and he retaliated. But there's no reason to do it. Tory Lanez, you're in the wrong. You need to stop copying other people. You need to start figuring out your own identity and rocking with it. End of story. But transitioning over to Eric Bellinger's album Eazy Call. His album just came out on April 6th, guys. I love this album. At first I thought it was actually really whack, but then I heard it again and I literally didn't like one track. Every track on the album I actually really like. So shout out to Eric Bellinger. Great record. Eazy Call is a good album. Go check it out. And I also want to say last thing. In my music library, I have a playlist of the best R&B albums I feel like have been, not like, I have a playlist of songs that I really love from my best R&B albums ever. And Tory Lanez does not have any albums in that playlist. But Eric Bellinger does have an album in that playlist, and that is Cuffing Season. So to me, that screams volumes right there about Tory Lanez as an artist in general, and about the fact that he has this ego that I feel like needs to just be calmed down, you know. But that's it at the end of the day. Okay, y'all, so another album that dropped on April 6th that I really wanted to talk about is Isolation by Uchis, or Uchis. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I love this girl. Uchis has been around for a minute now. I've not really been into her like that, but I kind of got into her last year from her song Tyrant with Georgia Smith. I love that record. She just put out her new album, Isolation. This album is really amazing, guys. Probably, in my opinion, it's probably one of the best R&B albums that's come out all year so far. Uchis to me was one of the most like low-key, like amazing artists in the R&B world right now. Like, a lot of people don't know about her. She's very quiet, but it's like her work, her music is amazing. She is I'm not sure what type of Latino she is, but she's Latino, from Miami. I'm not sure what type she is, but she has so many influences on this album, from R&B to like older retro jazz type style to alternative to pop to even some hip-hop influences. It's all here. And some electronic stuff. She has a bunch of different influences on this album, so many different inspirations, so many different vibes on this album. But it was an amazing project. I'd probably give it a 4.5 out of 5. Isolation is a great album, guys. I definitely recommend checking it out. Some of my favorite tracks off the album, I'd probably say Miami, Your Teeth in My Neck. That song is amazing. I love what it's talking about, and it's so expertly produced and written. Go check out that song. Your Teeth in My Neck, one of my favorite songs off the album. I already told you I love Tyrant. Nuestro Planeta, I love that song. That song is a vibe. And After the Storm is a current single. I'm not in love with that song, but it's cool, so go check out that song. Yeah, but those are some tracks I love. I also love Just a Stranger too with Steve Lacy. So many good songs on this album, so I definitely wanted to highlight it. Go check out Uchis' Isolation album. You will not regret it, trust me. Okay, the next album I wanted to talk about is Rich the Kid's The World Is Yours album. So this album came out, I felt really bad for Rich the Kid, guys, because Rich the Kid was supposed to be the only person dropping the week of March 30th. And The Weeknd came out of nowhere and said, fuck that, I'm here. So I feel bad for Rich the Kid. No one was talking about Rich the Kid, The Weeknd's album dropping, because everyone was talking about The Weeknd instead. But I wanted to give some love to Rich the Kid in this video. His album to me was okay. It was about average. I think I kept around half the tracks from my library. I love New Freezer. I highlighted that song on my Bright Side Mix Volume 2. Go check out that video. And right now I'm loving the song Plug Walk. I love that joint. That joint is hard as fuck, and that beat is crazy. But this was a cool little debut album for Rich the Kid. Nothing crazy, but I enjoyed some tracks off of it. I also loved Early Morning Trappin'. I like No Question with Future. I love Small Things. I love Listen Up. And the Made It track with Jay Critch and Rick Ross was cool too. So yeah, definitely go check out the project. Not an amazing album to me. And he was talking about we made this album for some Grammys. I was like, all right, Rich the Kid. Everybody talk about Grammys these days. But the album was all right to me. Not a bad album, but not a great album. But go check it out. Rich the Kid, I feel like, is an artist who I think will be around for a little bit. You know, I fuck with his vibe. I don't know where he's gonna go from here, but I really like. I think his debut album is a good step for him. So I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes from here. But definitely go check out that album. You're definitely gonna find some joints in there that you fuck with. But let me know what y'all think about Rich the Kid's album down in the comment section. Okay, guys, so the last album that I wanted to talk about is Chloe and Halle's album, The Kids Are Alright. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I've known about Chloe and Halle for a little bit now. I would say probably like a year or two. I can't remember when they came out, but I've known about them for a minute, but I never just checked them out, because for me they always came off so like contrived and like not manufactured, but they always just seem so like, I don't know, like fake and like contrived. I don't know. It's something about them. I just never wanted to get into them, and I feel bad because I never checked out their previous EPs and their previous music before. But guys, this album, I was like, okay, let me listen to the Chloe and Halle album. Let me check it out. They're Beyonce's proteges. You know, they're on Parkwood and Columbia Entertainment. So like, you know, let me check out Beyonce's proteges. albums, and I was shocked by how good this album was. Guys, go check out The Kids Are Alright by Chloe and Halle. This album is crazy, guys. I think this will probably be one of the best R&B albums of the year, but it'll be very quietly recognized as such. These girls are not even 20 yet. I think Chloe is 19 and Halle just turned 18. And these girls write, sing, produce, and perform with, I swear to God, twice the talent and twice the charisma of artists twice their age. It doesn't make sense. These girls are like they're not even 20 yet, and they wrote all the songs of this album. Chloe produced most of the songs, and the vocal arrangements, the unique creativity, the lyricism, the concepts and the themes, the sequencing and the flow of the album, it's just, honestly, I think it's an amazing record. I'll probably give it like a 4 or 4.5 out of 5. This album was amazing, guys. You will definitely not regret it. Some tracks I'm really loving right now for the album. I really love The Kids Are Alright. I love Grown. I love High Low. Fake is cool. I love Galaxy, Baby Bird, but I think my favorite track off this album right now that I'm constantly having on repeat is Happy Without Me featuring Joey Badass. That song is a fucking vibe, and I'm excited for these girls' potential in their future. I feel like if the stars align, these girls would be like, honestly, like they will be future legends. Their work is that amazing. Go check out this album, you will not regret it. The Kids Are Alright indeed. Okay, guys, to end the video off, I just wanted to highlight some R&B EPs that recently came out that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm not going to go into depth about them, but I definitely wanted to highlight them for you guys. And that is, let's see, Jacquees' EP, This Time I'm Serious. This EP is amazing, guys. Like I said before, I said it in another video, Jacquees is so slept on, y'all. This dude, Jacquees gives me like new generation, like Jodeci, but like one person instead of a group. He got that like churchy, like gospel, gritty, soulful R&B voice, but like he's like hood as fuck, and like his music is like hood as fuck. Jacquees is amazing. His voice is so special to me, and like he to me is like one of the best. I think he got next up when it comes to R&B, like male R&B. He got next up. Like he just gets it. He gets the vibe of R&B, and he's bringing it into this new generation, both with his own swag and his own style, and his voice and music is crazy. And shout out to his producer. I think his producer is Nash B. Nash B produced most of the EP. The production on this EP was amazing. Great R&B grooves. I can't say enough about Jacquees. Go check out this EP. I love it. The next EP I want to talk about is Ro James's EP. I forgot what it was called. Hold on. What was it called? Ro James' EP, it was a Smoke EP. I really like this EP. It's about 4 tracks. My favorite track off the EP is the song Outside the Box. How about that? I love that song. And the single off of the EP, I think it's a single, it's called Lost My Mind featuring Notorious B.I.G. That has the Biggie sample. This EP was amazing, guys. I love Ro James, and I think this is like the first part of multiple EPs that will be coming out for him throughout the year. I love this project, so go check it out. You will not regret it. And the last project that I want to talk about is Tink's new EP, Pain and Pleasure. I don't know if it's Pleasure and Pain. Yeah, Pain and Pleasure. I gotta admit, I love Tink. When I first learned about her back in 2014, I loved Tink. To me, she gave me like new Lauryn Hill, but not, don't kill me for saying that, but just someone who like dark-skinned, beautiful woman who can sing her ass off and who can rap her ass off equally, both. So that's why she gave me new like Lauryn Hill vibes. And I think Tink has so much potential, but I have to admit, I wasn't in love with this EP. This was, I think, the first project we ever had from Tink that was like fully like R&B, and she didn't really rap a lot on this project. And this is also the first independent project from her since her breaking out from Timbaland and from Interscope. So I was very sad to hear that she broke off from Timbaland and Interscope, because I felt like her and Timbaland's chemistry was like, it was beautiful, it was amazing, and I really am mad that I would never hear the tracks that they were creating for her debut album, which I believe they shelved and they scrapped. But this new EP is cool. I really like the songs Faded and Signs, but the other tracks I don't really like that much. So I'll probably give this like a 2 or 3 out of 5. But Tink is someone who, like I said, I think she has so much potential to really be a great force in music. She has an amazing pen. She has an amazing swag about her, and a really cool vibe that I feel like is so, I don't know, like you can't measure it. So I'm looking forward to seeing where Tink goes from here. She's now independent. I don't know how that's gonna work out for her, but I'm hoping, you know, all the best for her. And go check out the Pain and Pleasure EP. And let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments. All right, cool. Alrighty, y'all, so that's been episode 4 of The Drop. I hope you guys appreciated that episode. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you thought about all the albums and songs I was talking about. Let me know what you think about the new Nicki tracks. Let me know what you think about all the new albums I was talking about. And let me know what you think about if I missed any albums. If there's an album or EP that you want me to talk about, or a song that you want me to talk about that I didn't, let me know. I'd love to hear it as well. You know, I would love to hear that. I really would. But let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. And if you haven't already, guys, please hit this video with a like, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna say that one more time. Like this video, share this video, and subscribe to your boy's channel. Okay, appreciate y'all. Alrighty, guys, before I get out of here, like I always say, guys, continue to live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song to make you feel better. Okay, go listen to your favorite song. But this has been your boy Bright, the R&B kid, and for now I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, 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 no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, no, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just have fun.